Going down the only road I ever know. There it is. And we're back. Alex, how are you?
Jacob, doing well.
Uh-huh.
Brother,
Yeah.
you made
Yeah.
it. You're back.
Oh,
You're alive.
Little
Look at you.
hiatus. Little hiatus.
Sorry.
Little
We're back.
hiatus without the high. You know what I mean?
Or
I don't know.
without the low. I don't know.
I don't know. We're back. We made the move. We did the move. It was, a week off of work, a week of driving. We did the thing. We got here. We lived without our things for a little bit of time. If some people, you might have seen the announcement. I put the announcement out there. I still am trying to figure out because sometimes it hits people on Instagram. Sometimes they just listen and they just kind of tune in. So I never know where to post it. So anyway, I should probably just do it all over the place. But anyway, the latest was we had our stuff on the moving truck. It finally got here. As you can see, if you can see the video, the thumbnail, we've got the mic set up. It's sounding good. It sounded silky. It sounded smooth. So yeah, we're back in action. Alex, how's it going?
Yeah.
I know we've chatted offline, but what are you doing? What are you up to?
I am up to all sorts of things. I mean, the seasons are changing, life seasons are changing. For any listener that's listening to this and you didn't know what the update was, Jake and Lisa, his wife, and Pippin, his son, in cat form.
There you go.
Made
Millennial
the
dad.
cross-country trek. Yep. Made the cross-country trip from California all the way to Pennsylvania. And so now Jake's back on the East Coast here. And
Crazy.
So if you didn't know that was sort of the update. That's what took us a bit to get back on here. For me, I've been good. Went on a date. That's an update. We'll talk about it.
Look at you.
I watched
first date, second date, third date. What are we looking at?
A first and a second. A first and a second.
Whoa. We'll chat about it. I think
3 different women. What? How do I do it?
No. Whoa.
No.
Sub them out. A little tag team action, I guess.
Just a single gopher. That's all. But we
there you go.
We did that. Did some hard labor with some gale force winds. Did that.
Love that.
That was fun.
Love
we'll get into that later.
We should chat about as well. I know I've got on the rundown here. You and I were back in the same area. We hit up the Chamber of Commerce. Look at us. I thought to myself, Alex, I'm back. It's been a week. What's the first thing I want to do back? I want to see what local business is up to in the area. That's what you do.
Networking events can we go to at a local Red Robin? And we did. And we did. Guys, here's a pro tip. If you're trying to push your young career forward, go with your identical twin to a networking event. Divide and conquer the room, because half the room will already know you. The other half, if they go, I met your twin. Perfect. I don't need your card. I don't need your business card.
I'll figure it out on the car.
I'll get it in the car. I'll get it in the car.
What is that, Step Brothers? We interviewed as a team. we interviewed as a team.
We did. Great icebreaker, though. Really great icebreaker.
Fantastic. And they'll never forget us, Alex. They'll never forget us.
A lot of connections made.
A lot of business cards. A lot of people. A lot of people that you meet. So that was fun. We'll chat about that a little bit. But
we'll chat. Eagles made some moves, and they had some losses. They made some moves, but they had some losses.
Yeah.
So
tough stuff.
But we'll briefly talk about that at the end too.
Yeah. But I guess I'll kick off. I mean, the travels really hung up the pod, and what a doozy, Alex. I'll tell you what, it has been. We're about half unpacked at the moment, maybe like 3/4. We're making good time, but it has felt like I have been living out of boxes, and it feels like I'm camping for the past month, because I've had, on the front end, lived out of boxes, packing things up. and then you're on the road living that life, and then you're in the new place without your stuff, and now I'm in a new place with my stuff half boxed. It's been quite the slow progression, but I'll tell you, it's finally beginning to feel like a semblance of my old patterns and routines. Got a new standing desk. Alex, look at this. I mean,
Oh, you're gonna
I mean
stand? What are you
mid
gonna do?
pod. Look at me.
Whoa!
Oh, oh,
Oh! Oh!
oh, look at this.
Oh! Here it
Look at
comes!
this.
Oh, it's slowly going up.
It's going up.
It's going up automatically.
I gotta stand up after that meal. Look at that, huh?
That's pretty
What are we
rad,
doing?
dude.
Right?
Pretty rad. That's got to be good. So good for your workflow and your blood flow. Your workflow and your
Workflow,
blood flow.
blood flow. You should. That's a pretty good. That's workflow, blood flow, Alex. That feels like a
Mhm.
ShamWow guy would kind of have that in his arsenal, back to back. A little
How about
ad.
the Oxycontin? How about Billy Mays? It'll make your whites whiter. It'll make your
Your
brights brighter.
brighter. There we go. Your workflow, your blood flow. You are gonna be flowing. That could be Alex. I think you could get that going.
Heavy flow. Get a work
Heavy
desk.
Get a work desk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's been fun getting some stuff around. I still got to decorate. You know, you kind of getting the
Yeah.
bones in. Still got to decorate, but man, the drive itself was
Jake,
nuts.
you gotta really open up here. You gotta open up. You gotta give me let's open the can of worms. Cause I think I'm gonna speak for the listener here.
Okay.
What was the road trip like? What kind of gas stations are we stopping at? What kind
Yeah.
of food are we getting? What kind
Yeah.
of trials, tribulations? Did you see any shady characters? What was the weather like? Was it
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah.
Or what highway did you get lost on? You know? What happened?
Happy to answer any and all of these. So we ended up breaking it up. LA to Philly. We did 5 days. So we broke up into 5 days. You could probably do it in 3, Alex. We talked about your trip last. So
I
you
did
really
it
hammered
quickly.
it. Yeah,
I
yeah.
did it
You did
quickly.
it quickly. But we
You didn't have
broke it up.
Bruce. You didn't have Uncle Bruce on the trip.
Didn't have Bruce, and we had a cat. So, you know,
that'll slow it up.
Trade-offs.
Yeah.
We were aiming for the front load. That was the game plan. We went LA all the way through California, through Arizona to New Mexico, Albuquerque. We took a left at Albuquerque, huh? Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny?
We made some meth, huh? Breaking Bad. The only 2 references I have to New Mexico are Albuquerque.
Was it El Polo Loco? Or no, Los Pollos?
Yeah.
Los Pollos.
Yeah. One of them's a real thing. I think the first one, El Pollo Loco, is a real thing. Hermanos. What is it? Chicken Brothers or something? For Better Call Saul?
Was it Polo Hermanos in Albuquerque?
I think so. Do you remember that? We did that all
in New Mexico?
2K?
Oh, brother.
Anyway.
Our 2K franchise was incredible. We had Luca? Anyway.
Yeah. But, the first day we had so much energy. We woke up fun little fact, we did this beginning of March. We woke up at 3 in the morning, 3:30. And at 3:30, there was a blood moon, a red moon. It was an eclipse. And unfortunately, it was a little too cloudy in LA, so we didn't catch it.
Cloudy.
The next day, we saw a little bit of a kind of like a version of it. It just wasn't as pronounced as the first day. But
so there was like a cloud in front of it with like a string sticking out of it, kind of this blood moon. Is that kind of?
Is this a Tears of the Kingdom reference? Is that a Zelda?
It was
reference?
A tampon joke, Jake. It was a tampon joke that missed. So I'm gonna just keep it chugging.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it chugging.
Shoot! That went right over my head. I apologize.
And it went right under a lot of people's heads. So sorry.
Okay, all right. I thought for sure you're going Zelda there with the blood moon, but
I went second.
That's not bad.
That was close. That was good.
That's not bad. But so we wake up. We end up hitting the road, and then I think we've talked about this before, but I have a water bottle it's a lot like the 50 states coins, collector coins,
Mhm.
where this water bottle has each national park on it. And it
Oh, like a
is an
sticker? Like a sticker?
well, it is a an outline of each national park, and then you have stickers to put on once you've been there to
Oh,
track all the national parks you've
cool.
been to.
Yeah.
So, Lisa and I started this, and I told her, like, the week before we were leaving, like, "Oh, I never did Joshua Tree," and we were so
Mhm.
close, I coulda
Right?
just popped over. I wish we coulda. So we end up penciling in a small detour to get into the park. We've got
Mm,
Pippin. We've got a fully loaded Jeep Compass that is packed, seats down, packed to the ceiling,
mm,
and Pippin's got a little cave and a little lookout. Those are his two command centers, and he's just hanging out. We go to national parks. We got to feature him in the national park. That was very fun. Took some
mhm.
fun photos of our cat in the middle of the wilderness, so that was great. Um, Went through, and then we just hauled it all the way to Albuquerque. We hit Flagstaff, made a little pit
Hey,
stop,
we
hit a little
know.
pit stop there. That was fun. Did Albuquerque, and then that was like a 14-hour day, and the biggest thing, you know me, the
Mhm.
listeners, they know me, big Survivor guy, the
Oh,
push
yeah.
for season 50. I
Yeah.
had probably the best idea I've had,
Really?
maybe ever, which was the
Okay.
idea to download Survivor seasons onto the iPad, so that way
Ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Shotgun
whoa.
could then watch just I think it was 25 episodes at a time.
Wow.
Um, and
Wow.
so we ended up through the course of the trip, we end up ripping through 3.5 seasons of Survivor.
Oh my
Um,
god.
over 5 days. So,
That
basically, what ended up
is
happening, the it turned into we wake up really early, we get a hotel breakfast. We get
hell
a
yeah.
hotel breakfast. We
Okay.
then
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's not breeze over
uh,
this here.
I like this.
Hotel breakfast. Hotel
Mhm.
breakfast. What are your
Yeah,
hotel breakfast essentials?
great
I know
question.
it's a continental, but not every hotel is
Mhm.
the
They're
same.
not the same.
What did
You're
it
right.
look like? Do you have
Yep.
essentials? Do you have any strategies going in?
Well, let me set the stage
Okay.
because we've got the cat. We're looking at pet-friendly hotels.
Sure.
Now, we look across your classic, your go-to cross-country, run-of-the-mill. You're looking at La Quinta. You're looking at La Quinta
Oh.
as a prominent pet-friendly hotel all over the place. They're gonna be
Mhm.
readily available, cookie cutter. You're in, you're out. Now you do have to tell them that you've got the pet, right? So
Right.
the
And you
hotel's
guys
friendly.
certainly did this, right? Oh.
Sometimes. Well, if they didn't if they didn't, there was a couple of times where maybe we had Pippin in a carrier, we put a
Oh,
blanket over him, we've got the
Jake,
bellhop,
did
we've got
you
the
did you
cart.
smuggle that cat? Did you
Uh,
smuggle that cat into those La Quintas?
I'm
Did
not
you
gonna
smuggle?
confirm nor deny that, Alex, but
Okay.
there could have been a
Okay.
couple of times where,
Yeah.
we were going with our cat and,
Mhm.
they didn't bring it up, we didn't bring it up, and we had a cat in the hotel,
What
so
what? It's just a cat.
just a cat.
Everybody's
Now,
cool.
Pippin's routine ended up being at first, he didn't know what to do.
Okay.
He does what he always does when he's in a new place. He does the perimeter. You gotta
Yeah.
find out
Yeah, he's like
every
a cop.
yeah.
He's like a cop. He's like a
He's
detective. Yeah.
exactly like a cop. He does the perimeter. He's interested in the AC unit because it's buzzing, so he wants to know
Mhm.
what the hell is going on with that thing. Then he wants to
Yeah.
smell some shit. Then he goes around. So that's
Smart.
going on. That's what he's
Smart.
doing. Now, Lisa and I, we at first made sure he was acclimated. He kind of settled in. and we get dinner, we do a couple of different things here or there, it depends on the stop, and then Pippin will usually burrow underneath. They have the sheets very tight,
Yeah.
very tight. Any hotel does this.
Mhm.
Pippin would burrow, so he was under those sheets and just wedged in between the
Little
sheets.
weasel. Look at that little
Yeah.
weasel, huh?
Yeah, he loved that. That became his routine. As soon as he'd get there, he'd do the perimeter, and then he'd burrow.
Well, we
Um
have that in common, Pippin and I. Pip and I have that in
Yeah,
common.
yeah. Very relatable guy. So,
Yeah.
all that to say, you've got that going on now. The mornings, the breakfast. La Quinta, they've always got their coffee. They got a lot of fixins. We had our to-go
Mhm.
mugs, so we would just load up our mugs, our thermoses,
Ooh. Now that's a
and
move. That's
yeah,
a good
you
move.
you get a little bit more coffee, you're on the road, you can kinda, you know how much to
G
judge, you got
gas
the
and go
amount.
for Lightning McQueen, I see.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, and then we ended up actually getting a gift card. Lisa got a gift card from, her old boss for Starbucks.
Okay.
Now, we go La Quinta Coffee, we go to Starbucks and get
Wait
the
a minute.
breakfast sandwiches.
Oh, so you're not getting the coffee
You're
there.
not getting the coffee. So at Starbucks, we
So
just
wait,
go.
is there any what food are they giving you at the La Quinta breakfast?
It depended on the location. Some of them, you look in Albuquerque, not a ton,
Not even
but
that like
we
kinda
got
gelatin egg, the scrambled eggs that's been sitting out for too
yeah, we
long?
got
You
that.
didn't get any of that?
I didn't wanna risk it. No, I didn't because it
That's
was just
fair.
sitting in the hot pan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're catering and you got that hot pan that's just sitting there in the
Yeah.
boiling water underneath, and
It's
you're
kind
like,
of rubbery. It's a little rubbery.
"Yes." Yeah, yeah, yeah. It just
Kind of jiggles in a way that you're like, "That's not are
yeah.
those eggs?"
I don't know if
Yeah.
this is for me, but I did do yogurt because that's
Mhm. Okay.
it's
Prepackaged.
packaged.
Right.
It's safe. So I did
Smart.
that a couple times with like a granola type deal. So you kind of get that going, maybe a
Mhm.
banana sometimes here and there,
Also
but
prepackaged, the banana. That
right?
can't you can't go wrong with that.
Nature's prepackaged
Mhm.
snackaroo.
Mhm.
So that was pretty good. So those were usually like the grab and go type of things. If a banana there, a yogurt there, and then also I will say we actually ended up having a couple bagels and a couple muffins here and there. So
Okay.
those those are usually the spread. It kind of depended on the each location, but that was pretty cookie cutter across the board or some of those items. But have the Starbucks thing, we would usually hit the Starbucks and do the, like, sausage, egg, and cheese on a English muffin type deal, whatever they got going on there,
Mhm.
nail that, and then we're just on the road. But I'd love your opinion on this. So,
Okay. Okay.
I know you and Bruce, you guys did a little gas station rotation.
Mhm.
Now,
Mhm. Mhm.
Lisa and I, different heights, got to adjust the mirrors, the seats every
Right.
time. We ended up doing a day to day transfer. So,
Wow, it's a full day for the driver.
yes, yeah, each driver would do the
Uh-huh.
entire day. Um,
Okay.
now
Now that's
I'm curious your opinion. First off, right off the
mhm.
jump, do you like that? Or did you like the gas and
I
changing it
like
up?
the idea. I think we briefly talked about this. So I like the idea that you wake up, you know what your role is that day. You can mentally
Mhm.
prepare in a
Yep.
full way. If you're not driving the next day, you can stay up a little later. You might even have a drink or two. You might even have a
That's
drink or
right.
three. You might even have a
That's
drink or
right.
four. You might
That's
even
right.
have a drink or five. And
Alright.
so so maybe there's some leeway there for the old passenger that can take a little snoozer the next day and take a little more
Yeah.
laxy and throw on their survivor and kind of fall
Plus,
asleep, you know?
to your point, you've been driving all day. You're
Yeah.
the one that needs that drink or 2 or 10, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
Yeah. It could be anybody,
uh
it could be any amount. Nobody knows. And
it
then for the driver, at least you get to lock in, right? You lock
yeah.
in you get to that gas station, you're not for me, it was I get to the gas station, it's like every 4 or 5 hours. Okay, the sprint's done. This sprint is done. I feel like for the
Mm,
driver on a full day, it's like, okay, marathon. I hit a checkpoint at the gas station. I
mhm.
know what fueling I obviously the car needs, but also the fuel I need. I need one of those, I don't know, like energy drinks, or I need
Yeah.
like a Chex Mix snack that I can eat while I drive kind of thing. Like
Mhm.
you kind of know and you're locked into that more of a marathon. So it seems like marathon versus sprint to me in
Yeah.
strategies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really was, and I'm happy you brought it up. This is gonna be my point here, my big takeaway. What I
Mhm.
liked was when you were driving, you could just really zone out and get into, like, this flow state of, like, "I'm just
Mhm.
doing this thing," and I will
Yeah.
say, post Albuquerque and even, I believe, into Albuquerque,
Yeah.
you're on the Interstate 40.
Mm.
Interstate 40 goes horizontally across the entire country. It
Wow.
goes just straight through. It goes Albuquerque or it goes New Mexico. It was Oklahoma, Arkansas, I think Tennessee I missed. Um, but it goes right across and like what's crazy is we had these big days, but like
Mhm.
that second day, it was basically like directions. Turn left out of La Quinta. Get onto Interstate 40.
Mhm.
Stay on Interstate 40 for 400 miles.
And then continue
And
on.
then and
Yeah.
then and then continue on Interstate 40, then right into La Quinta. Like, it's
Now,
basically like
Jake,
those
post
middle 2 to 3 days were
post
uh,
Albuquerque sounds like a good rapper's name,
yeah,
post
right, right.
Albuquerque.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, Also, Interstate 40 sounds like a good album name, an album
Yeah.
name. So it could be a rapper called Post Albuquerque who with Interstate 40 across this beautiful nation as like kind of like his ballad track, you know? Um,
This is I mean,
I don't
Post
know.
Malone is definitely what you're,
Yeah, exactly. That's
feels
that's
like
who I'm
you're
spoofing right now. Is Post
yeah, yeah.
Albuquerque. Yeah.
Um Yeah, it goes I'm looking right now. Interstate 40 goes from California, Arizona, New Mexico, the very tip of Texas, the rectangular bit, then
Yeah,
through
we don't
Oklahoma.
talk about the tip. Yeah.
And then we don't talk about the dip. Then we
Mm.
go Little Rock, Arkansas, Tennessee,
You guys went
and
to
then you
Little
go
Rock?
into we passed through. We didn't make a
Oh,
stop. Now the crazy thing was the timing of this. We stop at
okay.
Albuquerque. Our
Right.
next stop, Oklahoma City.
Sure.
So
Gotta see the thunder.
got
Yep.
to see the thunder, and we did in the sky. It was terrible
Uh-oh.
weather,
Oh,
Alex.
no.
It
Oh,
was
no. That's not
um,
SGA.
I
No, that
know.
is LIGHTING.
Nice. There we go, on the spot.
Lightning. It's lightning.
Now we ended up we were really watching the weather because there ended up being this was like Tornado Alley,
Mm,
and we were about 2 days, a day and a half in front of a tornado forming. It is kind of wild because
wow.
they can predict it, or at least this one. They were like, "Hey, there's a bunch of stuff happening, different air pressures, different temperatures. This
Right.
is looking like a tornado on Friday." We were like, "Oh, no." But, luckily, we hit on, like, Wednesday into Thursday. We were in Tennessee by the time this, tornado kinda ripped across. I think
Wow.
it ended up going, um, into some other states too, but
So
we
you
beat it. We were
presumably,
beat it.
yeah, presumably you were in a La Quinta for like a Thursday night and you were like, please don't let this tornado hit this La Quinta. Please don't hit this.
Wednesday night, but, yeah, pretty much. I
Yeah.
had the Weather Channel on. Lisa went to go pick up some dinner. I was hanging with Pip while he was under the blankets, and, and
Uh-huh.
I'm just watching the news, and it's just a bunch of people being like, "Yeah, it's coming," but it was a Wednesday. It was on pace for Friday, so we were
Mhm.
like, "Well, we better hit the road." pretty early. Now,
Was
the
that what your drive
crazier
day? Were you driving? Did you feel like a tornado chaser like that show? Did you feel like that a little
well,
bit?
the crazy part, I might have actually gone out of order. I'm trying to remember the order of it all. Before that, we're going through Oklahoma. Lisa and I end up blowing a tire. The
Oh,
tire
whoa.
now, it was a retread tire. If you don't know, never buy one. Never buy a retread
Mm,
tire. Basically, when the tread wears down, they'll cut it off and put a ring on the rest of the tire so that you then have more tread, which is very silly, because what
dangerous.
ends up happening is when you're driving a long period of time, and especially if it's hot, that second tread that was added, that ring separates, and it ended up breaking and then going, it was still attached, it was flipping around the wheel well, and
Oh,
it not only is it a flat tire, it's a piece of rubber hanging on the tire that is then destroying the back quarter panel. And so
mm,
we're on the 40, we're in Oklahoma, and I have to pull off
mm.
to the side of the road. Thank God it's a clear day and there was a shoulder, but I I had to remove all of our belongings from the back of the Jeep
Oh, all
to
of them?
this
Oh.
well, I had to get to the spare tire.
Oh,
So,
right,
I had to
right.
remove everything on top of it to
Yeah.
then pull out the jack, pull out the equipment, get the tire, and so I'm just on the side of the road, and there's just 18 wheelers whizzing by,
Oh my
going
god,
going 70.
sounds
Um,
awful.
yeah,
Oh,
and so
you and Lisa and the cat are
Pi
just like
yeah, Pippin
shaking
Pippin Pippin was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
just
So
on the
Lisa's
40. I mean,
yeah,
that's
so
classic Interstate 40 stuff right there.
classic interstate. We got very lucky, as lucky as we could, I suppose, but we then Lisa is calling a tire company, like, local tire companies in the area to see, like, "Hey, you guys open? Do you have these tires?" Calls one, they don't have it, but they recommended another tire company. She calls them. They have 2 tires of the ones we need. They're like 30 miles away. So, I get us on
Mm.
a spare. I load our shit back into the car, put the busted tire at the in the wheel well for the where the spare goes, and drive us just the most nerve-wracking 30 miles you could imagine.
I
Just like
can't. Oh
you're
my
on a
god.
and you have to the speed limit's like 65 for most of it. So, you gotta be going quick. So, I was just in the right lane behind, like, big trucks going, like, 55 or 60, and
Just
I'm just like
hoping that lug nut's on tight enough.
yeah,
Just like
exactly. Yeah. And so, we pull into a mechanic and
wait,
tire guy.
can I pull you
Go ahead.
back for a second? When
Yeah.
you're driving there, are we in are we in tornado watch time right now? Like in the timeline of
So,
the drive?
that's why I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure we had not heard tornado watch yet.
Oh, so it's
So
pre-tornado watch. Okay,
this is
okay.
pre-tornado watch. It's a clear day,
Mhm.
gorgeous. And so I end up going through the the change was pretty quick. Once I got stuff out and Lisa found a place pretty quick, as soon as I got it up and going, we were on the road, we were back. We pull up there, we called ahead, so they were waiting for us, but
Mm,
we're in the middle of Oklahoma, just rural Oklahoma,
okay.
and we've got our California license plates.
Oh
And,
boy.
we pull
Alright.
in, and I'm just like, "Hey, yeah, our tire blew, it was a retread," and they go, "Retread? Those things are
Wait,
illegal. Those things
and
are
then they
illegal here."
did they spit tobacco in a
That's right.
small barrel in the corner and go, "What are
Yeah.
you doing? Y'all aren't from here, are you?" Did they say something like that?
It's exactly they're dirty they had mechanics, so they had the, like, oil and
Grease.
all over
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
So, they looked the part, they were ready to
Salt of the
roll,
earth. Salt of the earth.
um they were great. I they directed me onto the I don't know, the lift, so that way they could kinda just prop the car up, take a look at it. I told them, I was like, "Hey, if you see any other tires," even I knew they had 2 of the tires that fit, So I said, I want both of them. Just replace the shitty one, and then
Mhm.
whatever one is like the most worn down, replace that one too. Because I just do not want this to happen again.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and so I was like, I'll take both of them. And man, oh my gosh. So the timing of this, it is like 4 p.m. when the tire blows.
Okay.
We then get it on, we get to the shop. It's about 4:30, 4:45. Lisa has Pippin in a carrier. She's in the front. I have taken all of our shit out of our car again in the middle of a garage in Oklahoma.
Oh my
And there's
god.
like so all of our shit and belongings are just like around. They take out the shitty tire. Um, they were a little frazzled because it's the end of the day. Like 5 o'clock is right around the corner. They're
Mhm.
about to leave. And so they're kind
Yeah.
of, there's a couple other people, there's a couple other cars they're working on. So it's a
Right,
busy shop.
but the Bud
Um,
Heavies had already been poured. Like, they're getting
right, that's
ready.
right.
They're
Yeah.
getting
And you gotta,
ready.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. And so the one guy, his name was Tyler. Um, Tylar is the way he spelled
sure.
it.
That's how you
Tylar.
spell it in
He
Oklahoma.
he ended up very helpful guy. He's trying to get the air gun uh, to get the lug nuts off quickly, the gun for it, but he has to, put the air compressor and set it up into it. As he's getting it apart, the air compressor, the tube with the metal bolt on it, ends up flailing around like a fire hose and hits him in the eye, hits
No,
him right
Tyler!
like in the
Tyler,
temple. It was
no!
next to it was in the temple, and this
Oh,
guy,
shit.
Alex, this guy, he gets it. You could see him just seeing red, and he ends up pushing this thing back onto the gun, the lug nut gun, just pushes it back. He ends up just going, gritting his teeth and clenching, and just walks off. And the other guy and one other cashier woman go, "It's been a long day. It's been a long day." And Tyler walks off. This other guy
Oh.
kind of just fills in and starts
Uh-huh.
going. Um, we start chatting about I helped them get the rim from the original tire that blew and just was
Mhm.
like moving things around. Tyler comes back.
Oh, he comes
He
back,
and
okay.
he
Mhm.
comes back, doesn't doesn't miss a beat, doesn't even address it. This guy, he goes he
What
goes
a pro.
right to the
What a
temple,
pro.
doesn't even care, and then,
Does he have a
he
massive
goes,
red welt on his head while he's doing this?
I
When he came back,
no, well,
did he
he
have
had
a
a hat
visible
on.
mark?
Well,
Okay.
he had long hair and a
Okay.
huge beard. So, I
Couldn't see.
maybe he could've, but he goes, "What kinda cat you got?" And
Oh, what a champion.
I go,
Tyler, what a
I go, he
champion.
I go, well, we rescued him. He's a stray. He's like black and white. He goes, tuxedo? And I go, yeah, he's a tuxedo. He goes, oh, that's awesome. I go, you big cat guy? He goes, no. I go, oh, you a dog guy? He goes, no, I got kids. And he goes, I don't. He goes, they would love some animals, but I can't do it. And I go, okay,
Enough of these lug
okay.
nuts hitting me in the eye.
Yeah, yeah, I'm like, I can't tell if he's trying to relate to me or if he's like looking down on me for having a cat instead of a kid. I'm like, I try to read this guy and I go, how old are your kids? He kind of opens up. He's got 3 kids and I forget their ages right now, but yeah. So anyway, we go through and I end up going to the cashier where Lisa's at with Pippin. Everything is packed back away. We've got the spare, we've got the new tires. We go to pay, and as I'm paying at the cashier, Tyler goes to clock out. I literally watched him punch his card. He literally
Uh-huh.
punched his card behind the cashier, and he opened the door for me and shook my hand. He goes like, "Have a great day." And I was like, "What a fucking
Tyler.
champ! What a
What
champ!"
what a
Yeah,
legend.
I
Ah,
mean, I'll look up. I gotta leave a Google review is what I have to do now that I'm
You should.
thinking about this. And,
Specifically, shout out Tyler with an A,
yeah,
and
yeah,
anything
guy,
that that local community can do for him and his children,
yeah,
because that
yeah,
what a
absolute
champion.
champion, yeah.
Salt
So
of
that
the earth,
was now
excellent service.
crazy, crazy because again, we got there 5 minutes before they closed, like, if we had
Mm,
it was so lucky if we were,
yeah.
30 minutes later, 40 minutes later, we would've had to wait
Mhm.
till the next day,
Can
maybe?
I'll use an
Like,
analogy
oh,
like this. If it was a restaurant and you got sat right before the kitchen closed, spit's
yeah.
going in that food. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Spit's going in
yeah,
that
yeah.
food.
That's
But
right.
not Tyler. Not Tyler.
Yeah,
He made the appetizers, he made the entree, he gave you the dessert with the handshake at the end. That
yeah,
man is salt of the earth,
yeah.
Tyler. Ah,
That guy, absolute champ, class act, and yeah, then that was when we then get back to the hotel in Oklahoma City, and then after that now, the crazy part, that entire ordeal, it
mhm.
was an hour 15 added. So
It's
it was
actually not that
quick.
bad.
It was
Yeah.
really quick.
All told, I mean,
Yeah, like
that's making good time considering everything that you kinda had to jump through there.
yeah,
Yeah,
like, we still made it to our hotel by sundown, which was our goal every day, was to make sure we were there in the hotel before sunset.
right.
So, that was pretty great, but then it was funny, I mentioned all that because then after, we're on tornado watch, right
No.
after. So,
Ugh.
we went right into tornado watch, and then we ended up going from Oklahoma City through Arkansas into Tennessee. We stop at Nashville. That was that
Mm.
was the best stop for sure. We got barbecue. Like
Oh.
we didn't do much, but like we just every day we were like just wiped and just hung at the hotel.
Mhm,
So we it was just like that was incredible because we saw a bunch of reviews and it was one of those it's not a chain, but they had, like, 3 or 4 locations in the city, that kinda
mhm,
deal,
mhm, mhm.
and it was one of the highest rated spots, and it was fantastic. We got takeout, I got
Yeah.
brisket,
Oh, that's
Lisa
what I was gonna
got
ask. That's
oh,
awesome.
I got this brisket, little mac and cheese, collard greens, Lisa
Mhm,
got some chicken wings, but then also this and she got some, like, Nashville hot sauce as well. That looked
mhm.
like it really had some kicked for sure. I tasted one. But, yeah, we ended up going through that, and then we end up making it all the way to Virginia after that. We stop in Virginia, and then the last leg, we go through Shenandoah National Park. Um,
Shenandoah River.
there it is. Yeah, we did the Country road, take me home. And, yeah, so that was
Oh,
awesome
boy.
because you can
I'm
drive right through it,
alone.
and you're just like you're
Presbyterian.
driving on, like, a
I'm a
mountain
mama.
ridge base
Yeah, yeah.
still going. Um, so that was cool. That's, like of if you're gonna drive through national park, that was, like, a good experience because it's this cool winding road, and you're just looking over mountains with clouds nestled in the valleys.
Mm.
Which was pretty cool. So, we got some cool pictures and videos. Pippin hit his 2nd national park. What's up?
Wow. He's filling out his water bottle there, huh?
That's right.
He's getting
His water
his
bowl's
little
really
oh,
getting filled
his
up.
little passport, his little pet passport, I think they
Yeah.
call him sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, and then we made it to, PA
And I
on
think it
the
was all
shortest
smooth
day.
sailing from there, right? Once you got to PA, no hiccups, right? Nothing, no
Yeah.
movers or
Well well, getting there was fine, we
Yeah.
get to the apartment. Now, we did it in 5 days. Our stuff, which
Yes.
we used a moving company. We used what we found out later was a broker who
Mm,
coordinated 2 separate moving companies. So, we have 3 people we're dealing with, the broker and each company. Now that stuff ended up making it to us a week later.
brutal,
We got there
brutal.
Saturday. We were basically camping with our luggage for a week. and also working during that time. So it was a wicked work week of just like same
Yeah.
clothes I've been in for a week already, second week of it. And then movie company comes with an 18-wheeler in this small, like we're in the middle of town where
Mhm.
there's small narrow roads. They have an 18-wheeler down State Street. Um, and they make the turn on Washington. They then try and pull into our place, and the top of the as they're backing in, the top of the truck gets caught on a cable wire overhead, yanks it off a building. And and I'm like, "Oh my god, we've just waited for our shit. They're pulling this down." The cable then falls in the middle of the road. So
Oh.
this guy tosses up a couple of cones, thank God, traffic cones, and then he pulls the truck off to the side. Lisa calls the police to kind of help them, get some traffic control. I am at the intersection. I turn into a traffic guard. I'm
Oh
now
my
I'm
god.
I'm directing people. I'm now
Oh
directing
my
people.
god.
I'm in the middle of the road. I'm in the middle of the road, and I'm telling people there's a lineup, and I'm telling everyone in the lineup, I'm going, "Hey, down cable wire, gonna have to U-turn." People, I go down, people keep rolling down their windows.
Oh
I'm walking to
my
every
god.
car.
Welcome
I
to the
I
neighborhood. Welcome
Yeah,
to the neighborhood.
yeah.
It's like
And then I finally make my way up to the cars are all backed up. I make my way up to the intersection. Once I've told everyone that's backed up, they're U-turning, I can then prevent people so that way
Mhm.
they can actually make turns. And then I'm doing that for a little bit of time. Cop pulls up, just parks his car in the middle of the road just to shut it down. And then
Uh-huh.
he goes, "Talk me through it. What's going on here?" He was just the most calm dude ever. And I was like, "Yeah, there's some other there's some other like some wires are down, and there was this truck. It pulled it down. It's right over there. Oh, truck had left. They left
Oh,
the
it fled the
scene.
scene.
They fled the scene. They fled the freaking scene.
Oh
And
my
and
god.
so we're just telling them
Oh
like
my
what
god.
what happened.
Do you see that man right there? Do you see that 18-wheel driving away? That's my stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to
So
also, without the also with the wire, I'd like to report, a robbery
yeah.
happening
Yeah.
actively right now.
It was nuts. And then after that, so I'm telling the cop this. I'm like, "Yeah, it was a moving company, huge truck. They pulled it down." He goes, "Oh, well, luckily it's just a cable wire. It's not power. This is just like Verizon cable wire. So it's not like a live electrical feed."
Mhm.
So he starts grabbing the cables, the cop. Um he
Yeah.
goes, "Yeah, these are fine. These are
Oh, these
fine. I
things? Ah, he's got it in his teeth. He's got them in his teeth. Arr, arr, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, we're having fun. I had a couple
He
too many
did.
donuts this morning.
Yeah, I'm wired on caffeine, on coffee. I've been drinking coffee and donuts.
Yeah.
No, so he ends up he ends up being like, "Well, I probably shouldn't mess with these. They're Verizon, so they're gonna." He goes,
Probably shouldn't
he goes,
pretend to bite these.
he goes. "So anyway, they're gonna have to come out and fix it. I'll just close off the road," which is they closed the road for like 24 hours. It was like it took Verizon.
It was
It
like
took
local
Verizon.
news. It was
Yeah,
like people in the neighborhood were like, "Did you see State Street's out? Why is State Street out?" Yeah,
what's
people like
going on?
didn't
It's like,
know.
well, Jake and Lisa are in town, so
Yeah.
so yeah, so okay, so that's going on. The cop, meanwhile, there's a couple of cars in the parking spots where he goes, someone walks up to their car and they go, "How do I get out? These wires are down." He goes, "You can just drive over them. It's not a big deal." So there were some people that were able to get over them in the parking area. That was fine. Then I mentioned to him, I was like, "Hey, for this truck, this 18-wheeler, like, can it stay here? Like what?" And he goes, "Yeah, just have it park in those parking spots. Just do it sideways. It's a Sunday. It's not a big deal." And if they're just unloading, if they're going to be there for a few hours, it's not a big deal. And the road's now closed, so no one's going to come in this way. So I was like, okay, great. Meanwhile, we call the trucking company and we're like, hey, like, where are
Where'd
you?
go?
Where's our shit? Where's our shit?
You're a week late and you fled the scene. Where are you?
Fled the scene. And so we call him, and the one guy, the driver, goes, well, my boss told me to leave. We're like, okay, like, why? And he goes, well, we're going to transfer your stuff to a U-Haul to shuttle it so that way it can actually fit. And we were like, okay. He's like, it's going to be an extra like $1,200.
Oh my God.
You have to pay for the U-Haul. And I was like, no. I was like,
fuck
the cop.
You, dude.
I was like, the cop said you could bring the 18-wheeler here. You're fine. He goes, no, can't do it. My boss told me no. So I'm yelling at then I call the boss and I'm like, hey, like, we didn't tell you to leave. You just left. And you didn't tell us you were going to start putting our shit in a U-Haul. He goes, fine. We'll put it in a storage unit. We'll put it in a storage unit and then you can pick it up. I was like, then I'm going to have to buy a U-Haul anyway, and I have to pay for storage. I was like, no, I don't know. Why can't you just do the thing we agreed upon, which was just have the 18-wheeler? But there's nothing I can do. They just have me by the balls.
Extortion.
And extortion. I literally told him, I was like, you're bullying and extorting us right now. He goes, no, I'm not. It's like, yeah, you have my shit and you're threatening to leave it somewhere and cause me more. He goes, it costs us both money. I was like, kid, that's not my fault. Like you, like, what do you want me?
Your driver's reliable.
Yeah. So we took pictures of everything. We had to pay. They took off of the U-Haul. The driver took a cost out of the U-Haul. So it was less money than the $1,200, but we still had to pay for a portion of the U-Haul, and we have a bunch of pictures, and we were basically like, we just need our things.
And then the paperwork battle begins.
Yeah. Then we can get attorneys or whatever involved. But, oh my God, it was a saga. It was a nightmare.
Now, okay. So they get the U-Haul. How long did it take them to get everything in there? Like did they get it in like a timely manner, or like how did wait, what? Why are you laughing?
Oh, yeah, because I'm now remembering a great line. Fantastic. So this whole thing goes on. Now, mind you, that trucker, it takes down the cable at like 10:30, 11 a.m., right?
Okay.
They go off and do their shuttle business, whatever. They don't come back until 4 p.m. So the entire...
It took that long? Yeah.
The guy said he did another job, is what he said. And he had to... I didn't realize this until later. He ended up hiring people from Philly off of like Craigslist as movers. So like, it's just this one dude. He's like a driver that basically just hired some dudes, and these people from Philly, they didn't realize what they were getting into. He didn't tell them that it was the second floor. It's the second story. He didn't tell them that. And so we've got 3 people that are going up 2 flights of stairs, and he shows up with the U-Haul and he goes, oh, this is perfect. I can park right in the middle of the road on the curb because the street's closed. I was like, yeah, because you fucking pulled down the wire, you fucking crazy person. I mean,
God.
He should have done that. That's the right thing to do. But for him to be like, oh, this is great. It's like psychotic to me. Absolutely psychotic to be like, oh, what a stroke of luck. What a stroke.
Tyler would never. Tyler with an A would never.
He
would have got that done.
He has integrity. He would have looked me in the eyes and said, we're going to get this done by noon. We'll be out of here. I'm going to shake your hand.
Tuxedo cat in the back just so he doesn't get out, and we're going to get this thing going. And I'm going to tuck my kids in at night at their proper bedtime. And I'm going to drive back to Oklahoma and get this done.
Yeah. Now, the moving crew, 3 movers,
Okay.
they're
From
all from
Philly.
Philly. He picked them
They're
up from
saying
Philly.
John, they've got cheesesteaks. Yep.
1,000%. Yep.
Okay.
And, one of the guys, really tall, looks like an athlete. He is, I shit you not, Alex, at one point, we have 2 dressers. Single-handedly, this
No.
guy had a
No.
dresser with his back bent, so it's on his chest, and
No. What?
he's just snapping his back in half, just
No, no.
gritting his teeth up the stairs through it like a narrow hallway. He gets it. He goes, "Where's this going?" And I'm just like, "In here. This is the bedroom area. This," and then he
Yeah.
puts it down. I was like, "Dude, is your back okay?" He goes, "Guess how old I am." I was like, I don't know." He goes, 20. I was like,
Wha
there it is. There it
Yeah,
is.
okay. Young
Yeah,
guy. Alright.
he could conquer the world, but um, this guy, he carried the
He
mini
goes
fridge
he
by
goes
himself.
17. He goes 17, not legal. Not legal to work.
Yeah. But dude, yeah, this guy was just like our heavy furniture, like couch. This guy was just he was incredible. But the thing that was nuts was the guy, the driver, the moving
Yeah.
company. He, he just, he just, he opens up the U-Haul, leaves, is just gone. It comes
He
back.
leaves again? Where'd he
He,
go?
he comes back with like a big container of coffee. And, like, none of the workers want coffee. He has
Oh.
sparkling water. None of the workers want sparkling water,
Oh
and
my god.
he's telling them, like, the way to do it, and this one guy, he's 20. He's like, he didn't know there was gonna be 2 flights of stairs. He's already, like, put up like half our shit all in this place. He's so pissed. He just starts cursing this guy out. And Lisa and I
Oh
were like,
my god. Dude.
so Lisa and
Dude.
I were like, oh my God. We were also, there's a part of me where I was just kind of like, hell yeah, this guy,
Get
this
him.
guy
Get him.
deserves this.
Get him.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Get
I
him.
was on this worker side. I was like, get him. Yeah, exactly. Um,
Oh
so that
man.
happened. Um,
Dude.
we eventually
He
get our
got
things.
coffee and sparkling water for these workers. And oh my, I just, yeah.
And
After he fled the scene and took hours to get back,
it
just this
was
guy
it was a
is
nightmare.
a piece of work.
It was, and the other thing too is we had to pay them and before they could unload. So we pay them and then they start unloading. He goes, "Wait, wait, wait, you have to pay for the U-Haul." Like the second portion, which I was like, "You didn't tell us about this until like an hour ago." Like,
Mhm,
and there was a part of me where I was kind of like, I'm not gonna pay this until everything's in there and then I'm gonna
mhm.
dispute it. But he was like, "No, you have to pay it or we won't load it." He tells them to stop unloading until the chart like, he gets it he gets the so he literally was extorting. It was just like he was bribing. He's just like, "If you want your ship back, you have to pay for this U-Haul thing."
Dude, what
It's
is
like,
the name of this company? Just so nobody ever uses this
I'm gonna
company.
that's gonna be
Yeah.
my second Google review. It's gonna be a really great one for Tyler and the gang. This is gonna
Yeah.
be the worst one I might even I'm gonna
Yeah.
send this to the
Yeah,
Better
Better
Business
Business Bureau.
Bureau.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because
Then
that
they'll
was
then they'll
nuts.
illegally change their name to another shell company that they've been doing that has
1,000%. Yeah, that's exactly what this
Yeah.
that's exact
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
they do this every time and they just change the name and they
Yep.
just keep moving forward.
Oh my
Um,
god, dude. This sounds
yeah.
like dude, thank God this is over with because
Oh,
that sounds like just such a nightmare.
I'll tell you what, my blood pressure though, like, man, the second we had just our stuff, even though it was all boxed up, I was just like, "Finally, this
Mhm.
ends." Like, it was just
Yeah.
such a saga from, like, the first time I boxed it up, which was, like, weeks before, to now
Mhm.
finally having it in the new place. It's just like a 2.5, 3-week thing. So it's just like, "Oh my god."
Man.
Um, yeah, so now it's mostly unpacked. Got the podcast stuff, and here we are. here we
Now we're
are.
podding, baby. Dude, that is just a wild story. Unique and crazy and
Oh my
like
god.
so
Oh
many
my
ups and
god.
downs. And then you get
Yeah.
here and it's like it is funny. The day you guys got in here, it quickly, I mean, last podcast, I was telling everybody about my blizzard woes, like all my
That's right.
blizzard
That's
stories.
right.
Like probably the last podcast you may have listened to here is like me talking about trudging through the snow. And then you guys get here and it turns into summer overnight,
It was
basically.
like mid-70s and clear sky. The like first 2 days we were here and we were like, this is like the same kind of thing. You just kind of
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
it quickly left. It quickly left.
It did. Yeah.
There was another day after where I think it then snowed like overnight. Um
E It
for
didn't
like a
stick. It was
moment.
like a wintry mix, I believe they call it, like a
Yeah.
snowy rain, kind of
Yeah,
rainy
but then
snow.
it was nuts because then the next day it was, like, back to, like, mid-60s. So,
Yeah.
we
Oh, it's
were,
flipping.
we
Yeah,
were
it's
joking, we've got all 4 seasons in the week that we were here.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. We are in that transition kind of phase because it's like, I mean, while you're doing that, there's gale force winds and so at some of the houses, Pop Pop had me help out with some of their trees had fallen down from all these winds and everything, from the changing weather systems of, like, very cold to very warm back to cold, and so the wind was crazy, like gale force winds,
Ugh.
and so trees went down, so hit some power lines, stuff like that, but one of the houses, I had to help our our dad, he would do the chainsaw, and then I would carry the lumber. I would carry all the cut up pieces of the tree. I did this, with some help here, but little backstory about Jake and I is our main childhood chore was pick up sticks. Like that
Oh,
was like
yeah.
without a doubt was like pick up sticks. That's what we have
Yeah.
to do. And
Like,
we were
once
like,
a week.
why are we always picking up sticks, Dad? It was like a real, like, you know, I don't know. It was a real pain, but also it was like, there's got to be other chores we can do. We could do better. We could do other chores and just pick up sticks. So now I'm carrying all this lumber, and I just feel like I got Mr. Miyagi'd. I just feel like he Miyagi'd
Yeah.
us, where all this time he was training us to clear the lumber on the front yards of the fallen trees. We had started
You're
with sticks. Mhm.
and you're getting the steps in too, I bet. You're getting a bunch of those
Oh man.
steps in, which is real
Lot of
nice.
steps. A lot of steps. Great workout. It is a good workout, but that's what you came home to. That's what you
I
came home to
know.
after that journey.
We were getting the wind was wild, it was whipping, we had the one of the windows was, like, rattling,
Mhm,
um, and then it came in just waves, it was like waves of wind, and the rain was hitting on, like, from the side, it almost felt like a ship or something, because it would just kind
mhm,
of like a clump of like a wave of water would hit, and then it would kind of die down, and then a wave of water. It was just like the way the wind was hitting and carrying it. But it's
mhm,
so funny because it happened. It felt like this massive storm. It was like I don't know 9, 10, it was like 10, 11 at night, and
mhm.
then in the morning, all those winds, like, cleared out the sky, and it was like a clear day. It was like a
Yeah.
clear morning because of all the winds,
Mhm.
and it was like a gorgeous day. So it is wild. It is wild. You get, like, all these different things going on. I did like going to sleep in the rain, and there was, like, the windiness
Oh, yeah?
was
Welcome
kinda
back.
nice. Yeah, so that
Welcome
was kinda
back.
cool. That was
Yeah.
fun.
That's
But,
nice. That's
yeah,
nice. And Pippin's
very
Pippin's
fun.
getting settled in too. He's kinda getting
Yeah,
all
he's finding some spots. I wanna set up, he's got a little hammock thing that sits in the window. I wanna put that just in
oh,
the right on Main Street, just like him looking over the
the main
the
intersection. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, just like him just taking a nap there. That's
Oh,
gonna
dude, it's
be
gonna be like the other guys where he's like, "That's Donnie's corner. I made that corner sing. That corner sang when I was working that corner." It's gonna be
Yeah.
Pippin in the window, like, "That's Pippin's corner. That
We
intersection was Pippin's."
we have a runner rug down the hallway, and
Mhm,
he is loving he can really just dig his claws in and well, he just runs. he just
Yeah.
sprints. It's just like the one big straight thing that he can really get some speed going. So the other
Mhm.
day, I'm at the end of the hallway. He just sprints and jumps like eye level up to just the wall. It's not even like he's
Mhm.
aiming for anything. He's just trying to get as high as he can. And then goes back, does another lap, and then he's like, "All right, I'm tired." And just like lays down.
Love it,
But
nephew. Love it,
yeah.
nephew.
Now, Alex, you were telling
Hmm?
me you had a little
Hmm?
little date action. Is that right? Back
Oh,
on the dating
yes. Yeah.
train,
So you
right?
guys are going through, it sounds like hell on earth
Uh-huh.
with your experience of moving.
Couple of characters, not
Couple
Tyler.
of, yeah, couple of characters. And meanwhile, I had a lovely day. I had a lovely day. I think it was the same day that you're going through all of that.
That's
We
right. It
set
was
up.
Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had a lovely day. Meanwhile, meanwhile, the other twin is having a
Yeah.
delightful day. This was I had a second date with a gal that she wanted to do like a New Hope Lambertville kind of day where we walk
Mm.
around. So kind of a small town. We go into antique shops and coffee shops and get drinks and stuff like that. So we set out to meet up at like 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. at a coffee shop right in Lambertville. We set up, we get coffee and she intercepts me and pays right away. Now I paid for the last dinner, so she did this
Oh,
very
she's
fast.
trying to
She
little
preemptively paid right away,
wow, ready to
and she
roll.
paid for
So you got
I got
dinner the
banana bread.
first you got
Yep,
dinner first so she comes in, look at her.
guns
Wow,
hot.
like,
Yeah, guns
good for
ablaze. It didn't
her.
talk about it. She had the card ready, and I
Wow.
was like picking out the banana bread, not looking, and
Uh,
I know, she got me.
classic. The old
Oh.
banana bread distraction. Ah,
Yeah, so,
ah,
we get our coffees, we sit in the communal. I'm curious what you think about this. You go in the coffee shop, there's, like, everybody can sit their own thing, but there's a communal, like, runner table, like, it's a
bar. Yeah, yeah,
long,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
long
yeah.
table in the middle,
I
and there's
remember.
all sorts of different people. We're sat next to, remember the movie The Internship,
Oh,
where,
yeah.
I think it's Josh Gad, the actor,
Yes, yes.
plays, yeah, so he's the heavier set guy
The
in the
coder.
movie, and he's the coder. He has the big headphones on, and he's just
Yes.
coding, and
Yeah.
so imagine that guy is next to us. There's a gig coder.
Okay.
He's like he's
Alright.
like got big
This is
headphones
his
on.
this is
Yeah,
his work area. Yeah, this is
he's
his
just
work
working. He's got
area.
the big
Yeah.
what are they called? Head earmuffs on or whatever.
Yeah,
Cans. He's
over
got the
the ear.
cans.
Okay.
Hmm.
Alright. They call
Um,
it that? It's called cans?
In podcasting, it is, Jake. We got to know this verbiage when we get more
Oh,
professional here. The
shoot.
cans, I think so.
Okay. Got the
Anyway,
cans.
he's got the cans next to us. There's another guy in front of us, kind of middle aged, also seems to be doing work, but he's more business casual. Then to the right, Jake, I wanted to take a picture, but I didn't want to be a creep. There was there was two people next to us. So there was two girls next to us, young. They must have been 6 or 7 years old. One girl has a
Okay.
dragon painted on her face, like around her eye. She's got a
Fun.
red dragon paint on her
Very
face.
fun. Okay.
She opens up a laptop like a little professional. It was adorable. She
Okay.
opens it up and she
Uh-huh.
starts playing Minecraft immediately. She's playing
Okay.
Minecraft next to me. So this is directly next to me. I almost said hello to her, but then again, I didn't want to be a creep. But I want to be like, hello, how are you? But like, I don't know. I didn't want to do the thing. Her parents are there. And so the across from her is maybe her sister or her friend, same age.
Mhm.
She opens up her laptop. She must have been playing Minecraft too, because I think they're playing together. I think they're playing
Yeah.
against each other. So that's right next to me. Then on the other side of them on this table,
This is a long table.
one this is a long table. On the other side, very old guy, very very old guy, kind of friendly. He's talking to his friend across the way, but he's got an old book. It's like yellow with how old this book is, and
Oh my god.
he's reading it next to the young girl that's on the laptop playing Minecraft. And so to me it was like the generational and technological difference between these two people right
Alex,
next to each other.
This
You
sounds
know what I
like
mean?
professionally casted. Like this sounds like
No.
the Oscars just happened and they just introduced the award for casting, and it sounds like whoever was opening shop should have won an award because what a group of people. So I'm sorry, he had what? He had what in his what was he working on?
He had an old book that he was sharing with his friend across. It was just the old book that like looked so old, like the pages were like yellow. Do you know what I mean? Where they used to be white, but now they're yellow with age. Just like his skin.
Dust.
And he's,
just like his skin, did you say?
He's trying to slip it in and keep moving.
Oh, no.
Trying to make a joke. Anyway, but he's got an old friend, but it was really nice because the two of them were kind of connecting, and he's like showing him paragraphs, I guess, in the book or whatever. And then
the Bible by chance?
What book is it? The Bible.
Okay. He was just showing him passages.
And then it's me, and we're in our early 30s, me and my date, and we're drinking coffee and splitting a plate of banana bread, and we're chatting, about our childhoods and things like that. So it was like, I wanted to take a picture, but it felt weird doing it. But
I feel like this is a bingo. We hit every demographic here. This is you hit the young professionals, you hit the kids, you've got the
coder,
guy, single coder in the corner.
Now I will say, at one point, the coder, I want to bring this back. So he's got the big cans on, right? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't just give you this detail for no reason, Jake.
No,
we get into a story. Yeah, we get into a story where I'm not gonna say her name. She brings up a story about, we're talking about drinking in high school and like some party she went to and the fun mischief that we got into. She starts talking about hiding from the cops in the bushes, stuck in poison ivy. The coder, all of the sudden, one of the cans comes off. One of the headphones comes off. Clearly eavesdropping.
Excuse me?
Did you say poison ivy on
what? There's no way.
But I could see him, but she couldn't see him. So do you know what I mean? Like I'm looking at her and I can see him behind go like comically eavesdropping pretty obviously. And I'm like borderline making eye contact with him, getting distracted as he's listening to her story. Anyway, we finish our coffee. We go on to our date. And so that's just the beginning of the date. This went on, Jake, that was 11 a.m. This went on the end of the date.
About the same time we pulled down some cables. So yeah.
I think so. So probably we had a similar timeline, but we did vastly different things. Because the next thing we did is we walked around Lambertville. We went into an art gallery. Now, this is high-end art gallery, but it's like
what kind of art, Alex? Is this oil paintings? Is this sculptures? What kind of medium are we looking at?
I'm talking oil, impressionist. I'm talking, I looked at a painting of, like it looked like a proper person on a horse with a bunch of hunting dogs in the woods. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Did you get that? So that's like in oil. Or it's like landscape of Greater Pennsylvania. Do you know what I mean? Of the Shenandoah that you were describing. Imagine that. The Shenandoah. And so we're walking around. There's no one in this place. These paintings are an exorbitant amount of money as we start looking at the prices. They're crazy. And I'm keyed up. I've had a little caffeine in me. I've had a latte and banana bread. You know how I get.
What did you say? You're keyed up? Is that what you said?
I'm keyed up. Yeah, caffeined up, baby. Yeah,
I'm keyed up. Do people say? Is that a thing? Am I out of the loop? Keyed up?
Lot of energy. You know what I mean?
I've never heard that. Keyed up. I like it. I don't get it though. Wait, what is it? Like caffeine? Caffeine key?
I think it's usually people use it when they're talking about cocaine, but I used it in a sort of fun caffeine way. I don't know.
I see. I'm catching up. I got it. So I wish I was keyed up because I'm not following quick enough. Okay,
come on. You got keyed up after La Quintas.
There you go. Sure did. Pippin's keyed up right now. Let's go.
All right. Hey, now, nephew. Now we were walking around looking at these oil paintings, and there's nobody in the store. Tiny little place.
What kind of oil is it? Olive? Do we think, or
I'm thinking extra virgin,
yeah.
extra
Okay.
virgin olive oil.
Not avocado. They don't do
Could have
avocado
been.
with the.
There was one coconut, but we didn't even look at it because it was.
They didn't glance. You shouldn't.
Look, you don't
Wouldn't pay a
with that
dime
oil.
for it. No.
No. It wasn't even framed. So
Yeah. So anyway, sorry, I apologize.
we're walking around. No, I appreciate the joke, and please start ripping those. Keeping those coming. And so there's nobody else in this place. We get to the back. There is a woman. She owns the store. She doesn't look up from the desk. Doesn't look up. She goes, "You coming in from out of town?" She just says that from the back of the room. Didn't see her at that time, but now we knew she was there. And so then we'd look around and see the desk and her. And she says, "You coming in from out of town?" And she goes, she goes, "Yeah, we're doing like a day trip. We're walking around." She goes, That's it. Doesn't look up from the desk. Doesn't look up from the desk. Like my date, I think, thought there was going to be more of a conversation there, and she kind of was like, "So, have you been here?" And she goes, And then she might as well have just shoot us along. She might as well have just been like, "You can't afford it." And she just was like, "You can't afford it, honey." So that was pretty funny where we were like, "All right." As soon as we left and the door closed, we were like, so she didn't like us at all. We're like, yeah, she didn't want us in there at all. She didn't want us we were only liabilities to damage your artwork. And then we walked around like,
well, I mean, it's not her fault. The price of oil's gone up, recently. So.
Oh, come on.
We're
Jake.
Back, baby.
Back there. You're just back there sniping. You're just back there sniping.
I was
waiting.
Part of
the U.S. military,
huh? I was waiting for it. Oh, I felt good. All right.
Anyway,
I'm back.
So you're back. So I was, before this, I felt good, Jake. I felt good because I went for a run. You might say I ran. Anyway, so we're going back on the run.
That took me a second. Oh boy, I was like, I don't get why.
This isn't ran. Why did he say I ran? Anyway, we went to some antique stores, and we saw more of the same type of stuff, but friendlier shopkeepers. Where they're like, "So where are you coming from?" Blah, blah, blah. And we're looking at like furniture. This is also an interesting thing. Is like, I've never
more clean energy.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm stuck.
That's
there.
all right. Jake, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You keep taking them. You keep ripping them.
That's right. It was the delivery that really, I gotta work. I'll be better. I'll be better.
I'll be better. I'll be better. I'll give you more room. I gotta give you more room. I gotta give you more leeway.
I'm rusty. It's been a couple of weeks since we've potted.
Right. We're knocking off the rust. Rust. It was just an interesting day to go through an antique store and like a furniture stores. That's like Lambertville, where like you're kind of like imagining what life is like with the person in a way, which is kind of interesting. Hey, do you like this chair? Why don't you like this chair? Whoa, look at this. Oh, that's a cool runner of a rug. Look at that. Or like, look at this piece. Would you ever put this piece in your dining room? So there's a lot of those kind of conversations happening, and you're always on the move. There's a lot of different shops, a lot of different like, oh, this reminds me of a trip I went on. And then like you like, so it was like really like
good date. This is a good date idea. You're jogging a lot of memories. I like this a lot. This is
dude,
was this intentional, Alex, or was this kind of happy accident kind of thing?
Little of both. Little of both. It was great. I didn't know if we'd go in as many things and honestly have as much fun just kind of walking into all these, like just stumbling upon, you want to go in there? Oh, perfumes. This one guy, they do like perfume scented candles, like high-end candles. The guy was like a sommelier of scents, and you'd have like a jar of like this really decorative jar that had like a kind of a painting around it almost. It's not painting, but it was like made up on the glass or blown on the glass. So it's like a nice jar that you'd reuse, and there's a candle inside, but it's got the lid. He goes, "You don't smell the candle, smell the lid, because it's been collecting all of the scent to put the lid to your nose as soon as you take it off." And he goes, "You'll get a bigger whiff of it. It's kind of aerated already." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this guy's clearly the sommelier of candles in this store. This guy's done this
Look at
before."
that.
And so we're like picking up lids and shoving it in each other's faces. Like, "What do you think of this one?" Like, whoa, whoa, sniffing lids. And it is kind of like a sommelier where you're like tasting wine, where you're like, you could say like, "Oh, it tastes like burnt leather." And you're
Yeah.
like, it's all power of suggestion. It's all kind of BS. So you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
yeah,
is that a
sure.
plum? Yeah, I smell plum." I'm like, "Oh, really? Because it's nectarine." Okay, fuck. And then he set it down. Didn't buy anything. Didn't get anything. But we walked around and sniffed some things.
Just
Um,
pissed off a bunch of shop owners. Just like
yeah, kinda. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Honestly, the woman that shooed us away, she knew. She knew. She goes,
she
"Ugh,
knew. Yeah.
must be a second date." Yeah. She's- um,
Nice.
then we walk into Lambertville. We go over, saw Rhett at the deck. Did that.
Nice.
Hung out at the bar there. That was fun because it was busy, and he goes, come back in like an hour or two. The play just let out because it's connected to the playhouse. He goes, "Play just let out.
Ah.
Come back in like an hour. This place will be dead, and I can really help you guys out." Great. Okay. We walk around, get like food, like appetizers at different places, then go back, hang out with
You
Rhett.
sorry. You got appetizers at different places. You're in a one spot, get an appetizer, go to the next
Yeah.
spot, get an really?
Yeah. Yeah. We went we went to a place called Nectar and got some wine. We each got a wine and like what did I get? I got like a smoked duck salad and
Okay.
and bacon wrapped dates. So we split those two kind of like small dishes.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like, and that was pretty good. That was awesome, but not enough to fill you up. It was just like,
No.
then we went back to Red's place. No, he was right. Nobody was there. He goes, intermission's coming up soon. I'm sure they'll come back soon. But right now it's just us. And we were chatting about his fantasy championship, as we talked about on this podcast. He's
yeah.
champion.
Good for him. Good for
Yeah,
him.
so he's
Does he bring
he's
it?
like
Does he
my
have it at the bar?
no,
Right
he's got
hanging
it at his
there?
day job. No, he's got it at his
Yeah.
day job. And he just puts it in I guess he works with Dave, so he just wafts it around in Dave's face, the big championship trophy.
Oh my
Um,
God.
and also Jake, he's got Catan. He's got the expansion pack.
I'm excited. There's a place called
Mhm.
Puzzles that just opened up. It's a board game and, well, I assume
at you.
puzzles shop.
Jake, you got your hand on the pulse. You haven't been in here more than
I know.
a
I get to a
week
place,
after
Alex,
getting
and
extorted.
I'm
And
like
yeah,
a bloodhound. I'm a bloodhound. I was mid box unpack when I go, is that fresh board game? Is that a fresh board game? It opened
board game?
today. It opened
Did
today.
it really?
Yeah. St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
Wow.
We're recording
Yeah,
on
you
St.
cut the
Patrick's
ribbon.
Day.
I saw. Yeah,
That's
I saw
right.
you cut the
That's
ribbon.
right.
I saw that in the
Lisa and
newspaper.
we
The
actually
Gazette.
opened it. That's why we moved. That was
That was on the front page. On the back page was delinquent movers
Cable.
destroy power line, flee
Cable.
the scene.
Cable taken out of local town and businesses.
Oh boy! And so
Yeah.
Rhett will play with you. Like, yeah, I know you guys are looking for Catan players.
I'm excited.
I was on your behalf. I was recruiting.
Now, it's funny. Lisa and I, we've talked to Sean, our good friend Sean, and his wife
Yeah,
Devin.
sure.
Lisa and I have very different styles of broaching the Catan subject, where she goes in and she goes in. I'd like to go, oh, Catan. Yes, love that game. Great game. Would love to get together. Downplay it. Lisa
Wow.
comes in.
That's subtle, Jake. That's subtle.
Lisa comes in. She goes, we have played so many times. I would say 70-80% of the time we play, one of us wins. I was like, oh
Wow.
no.
She comes
Target
in,
on our back. Yeah.
showing
guns
all her
a-blazing.
cards. showing
Guns
all her
a-blazing.
cards, I feel like.
She's a very honest human being. Weekly appreciation of my wife. Very honest human being. I love her
Nice.
very dearly.
Nice.
Yes.
Really well done.
But
Really well done there.
thank you. But yes, I'd
So
love to play with Rhett. Rhett would be fun.
Rhett and Nicole. Nicole, I think they both got the expansion together, I think. We got the Cauliflower. And Rhett, if you're listening to this,
you got in a fight?
A little dry.
Ear?
Oh,
Alex!
It's a little
Oh
dry.
my God!
What?
Alex,
It needed the sauce. It needed the sauce.
3 Google reviews to write. One,
no,
absolutely excited and over the moon. 5 out of 5 for Tyler in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Another one for a moving company.
That we will
Negative
not
stars if possible. Now, what do you out of 5 putting these cauliflower at, Alex?
Oh boy, Jake, don't do this to me because Rhett he gave us a discount. He gave us the employee discount, so it's like you can't be mad at half price cauliflower off menu. You can't do that.
Having said that,
it was a little dry. It needed the sauce, but it did come with sauce, so we just drowned it in sauce. So
yeah,
you know what?
Well, what do you get? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
so out of 5, 2.5. So
nice.
So then after that, we got dinner at the Logan Inn. This is the last part of the story. We got dinner at the Logan Inn. We split steak free. And
oh my God, Alex. Jesus.
I know.
Toward a New Hope. This is
yeah. I mean it was all pretty reasonably priced because we got a couple drinks along the way here.
Oh my God. Did you propose at the end? This is yeah, what do you mean? You squeezed like 6 dates out of this.
No.
You learned about her upbringing in the coffee shop. You learned about her desires in the art gallery, and you committed financially with the meals, Alex. I think,
but we just split one. I think the waiter was very unhappy at the Logan Inn because he was like used car salesman vibes. And
he was trying to upsell you, and you guys were like,
and we
don't do this.
We're gonna split one.
We piss off everyone. We're in love.
Yeah. No.
I'm teasing.
So I go to the bathroom at a certain point for this, right? I go to the bathroom. I've had a couple drinks, and I can't find it. I'm puking. I'm puking. Downstairs, have you ever been to the Logan Inn? Like inside of it? Have you been inside?
Honestly, not in probably 2 decades. So
me either. I hadn't been. Didn't know where the bathroom was. Downstairs, there's a movie theater, I guess, that they do.
Whoa.
Me and this guy, this random stranger, are like wandering around this like private movie theater downstairs, and we're both looking for the bathroom. We both really got to pee, and then we find the bathroom. Right? Oh, here it is. Yeah, after you. And then I kind of like, he's like, it was like the opposite of the shopkeep. He was like, I'm coming in from out of town. It's just like we're just like talking at the urinal with the little divider. I'm like, nice. Second date over here. It's going well. And he's like, good, nice, man, nice. Second date. And then he's like, me and my wife are coming in out of town. I don't know. It's not as busy as I thought. I go, I know. And I gave him a couple recommendations of where to go. He goes, thank you. That's great, man. Awesome.
Try the duck here. Don't try the cauliflower there.
You're not going to want to get a piece of artwork there. You go to sniff some shit, but not buy here.
Yeah. Check the playbill for timing on this spot.
Yeah. And so he goes up. We are like, all right, see you, brother. Good luck out there. See ya. I go back to the table. We eat, finish the meal. And then she goes, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Okay, she goes to the bathroom. And then I'm waiting at the table. And then she comes back and she goes, how do you feel about Disney adults? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. If you're into that, she goes, yeah, I like Disney, but I don't know if I would fully be a Disney adult. She goes, anyway, I met this woman in the bathroom and she said her and her husband are like big Disney people. She goes, we really got into it. We talked about a lot of stuff. They're coming in from out of town. And I go, no way. I met a guy. I met a guy in the bathroom. Same thing. We're leaving. We're leaving the place. I paid the used car salesman server is not happy. I tipped him well, but he's not happy that we just ended on the steak free. And we're leaving. And at the bar is my guy, and he goes, hey man, it's going well. And he gives me a pound, and then the woman goes, hey, goodbye, see ya. It was the couple. They were together. So we ended up seeing the same couple in the bathroom on just different occasions, and we saw them both at the bar as we left.
Alex, I think you did like 6 or 7 dates, including a double date, which is incredible. This is like my God, this is wow.
Yeah. We wrapped it up, and then and that was kind of the end of it. We walked to her car, did all that. The bridge was nice. It was all blue. And that was pretty. But yeah, man, that was it. And then we did it. We did the thing. So it was good. It was a good day. And then your day sounded like it was good too.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to picture. I'm trying to.
I wrapped up at like 7:30. So it was like 11 to like 7:30, basically, is when I got home. So
wow, you know what's funny is that's probably when we were like unpacking and stuff, and so
right. So similar time frame.
Oh God, so you must have been getting the steak frites right around. Well, maybe it was the duck right around the time the workers were cussing out the moving company. So I guess
you were getting extorted when I met a friend in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, it was being extorted for money. That's
as
right.
I was catching up with an old childhood friend giving me discounts on Cauliflower.
I guess that was the same timing, huh?
So we kind of had the same day. We kind of had a coincidence.
Day. Yeah. That would be so funny to see a picture in picture of the 2 days, like
side by side
in real time. Yeah, like the same time. That's funny.
You're like, where the fuck are my things? Hard cut to me whiffing a candle lid, like
pushing it in her nose, playfully. And meanwhile, I'm on the line of like, I will cancel this Zelle, so help me God, if my lawyer's not here.
I think we will do another glass of wine.
Man, fuck you. I don't even like coffee. I'm 20.
And we'll do the Fireside Manhattan, please.
Oh, God. Woo. That's hysterical. Yeah, you know, the kicker of this whole thing was AJ sent that video and goes, what is going on in Newtown? The road's closed. And I wanted to tell him in person. I hope this is how he hears it.
The podcast is going to be how he finds AJ, we love you. This is how we wanted to tell you. We thought collectively this was the best way.
To Jeff's kiss.
Surprise.
Now you know. Yeah, the full. This is why I didn't text you back. This is why. There was a reason for it. Oh, God.
For the listener not named AJ, he sent a video driving by. Like he was gonna say hello, but he goes, why is the road closed in Newtown? What's going on?
Absolutely
not knowing
livid.
His friend was the catalyst.
Tearing down cable wires in a local. I will say the cop, the police chief, he closes the road. If we can rewind to that part of the story, he's closing the road. We've gone through the whole debrief, and he's finally put up the barricades, and he's about to walk away. He goes, anyway, welcome to town.
He was probably jazzed. He's like, that's like the most excitement he's had in a while.
Yeah,
I get to use the cones my wife got me.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, he was actually kind of liking it. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll make he made a meal of it. It was way too many cones. Like he did some cones and like a couple barricades, like a couple
You're like, do we need it all?
small
You told
orange
the other drivers to
fences."
drive over that same cable. Do we need the
Yeah,
barricade?
yeah. I love too that he just puts it on
Whew.
Verizon, but he also didn't. He talked very poorly about Verizon, but that's neither here nor there.
Neither here nor there.
Anyway,
What can you
wow,
do?
that was a good catch up.
Whew.
Good catch up here. I think we hit everything I
We
wanted to.
hit
There's a
it.
couple things, but we might be able to hold off on that
Yeah,
for
we
the next
mentioned the
one.
Eagles stuff, but we can save the Eagles stuff for when they make a bigger
Yeah, we can do
splash.
we can make more of a meal of it. We once because it's a slow burn with that kind of stuff, free agency,
Yeah, we got a
that
whole
kind of
off
thing,
season. We got the
some
whole off season.
trades. Yeah, we can do
Unless,
like a
are you
bigger meal
listening
of it.
right now? Are you dying for the Eagles stuff? You got to let us know. All right.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
reach out. You got to go on the socials. You
Say
got to
I'm
comment on
dying.
Spotify.
What are
You
the
got to
boys
comment on the
thinking?
YouTube channel. Let
What are
us
the
know. Do you
boys?
want more Eagle stuff? We'll give it to you.
Or
You got to ask.
Sixers? Little Sixer action? Little
Hey,
World Baseball Classic? Is that what it's called, Alex? I think you were
yeah, it's actually
is that right?
happening right now. We got to wrap up right now so we can catch that game, Jake, because Venezuela might have
Oh.
us by the. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
By
I don't
the
know what's going
balls,
on.
much like the moving company had me. My goodness.
Bye. Hello.
How? All right, brother. Well, this was lovely.
Ah,
I feel like we hit the
we hit
elephant in
the
the
things.
room. We
Yeah,
hit it
we're
well.
back.
We're
We knocked
so
off some
back.
rust. We're still
We
rusty. We'll
did.
we'll be we'll be better. We'll be better next time.
I'll tell you what,
But
though, Alex, I think our
yeah.
suspenseful storytelling has
Mm.
really elevated. I think it's
Mm.
elevated. You know,
Yeah.
the time in the on the road, on the open
Yeah.
road, just
Yeah.
meditating on things really, really brings some stories together. So anyway,
Yeah.
I'm loving this.
maybe
All right,
maybe
brother.
if Lisa could use that one as our
Intro, little
thumbnail.
clip. Do we clip it? Yeah, there we
I don't
go.
know.
I don't know. We'll see.
Who knows? Who knows?
He's doing a big scream face. It looks
You
great,
gotta
but
watch. You gotta watch her on YouTube, maybe.
you gotta watch it. All right, brother. Love you. Talk to you
Love
soon.
ya. See ya.
That's going yard. See ya.